Welcome to this life of ours. On our trip to Gloucester, Mass, we had lunch at the Causeway restaurant located at 78 Essex Avenue in Gloucester, Mass. Their hours are Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. The Causeway is a local favorite that serves Italian and seafood entrees. They offer dine-in service as well as takeout. There are also a few tables outside. They do not accept reservations. It's a first come, first serve. It is pretty small inside, and there's usually a wait. They do allow you to bring in your own bottle of wine or beer. There is counter seating and tables and chairs. We got there just after the lunch rush and were seated right away. Our table was in the center of the dining room and a two-person table, which was pretty small. The Causeway is decorated in a seaport nautical theme with a large mural painted on the back wall. We will give our review at the end of this video. The specials of the day are on a whiteboard behind the counter by the kitchen. The Causeway offers appetizers, fish or clam chowder by the cup or bowl, salads and sandwiches. They have soda or coffee, and there is a $1 per glass setup charge for your beer and wine. They have fried seafood, grilled and baked entrees, as well as pasta entrees. Our server brought complimentary bread and butter to the table. My wife had a cup of fish chowder, which was full of fish. And I had a cup of clam chowder, which was loaded with clams. So we decided to split the fried Peter's platter, which has shrimp, haddock, clams, scallops, and calamari. We asked to have the calamari left off, and the server said that they would just add extra of the other seafood. It also came with french fries and coleslaw and some lemon. Our total bill was $72.76 for 2 cups of chowder, the Peter's platter, and an iced tea without the tip. This is the view across from the Causeway. Here is our review, and these are our opinions only. For ambiance, we give the Causeway an 8.2. It is decorated nicely with a seaport theme. It's pretty small inside, so the tables are close together. The two-person tables are small, so if you're ordering a lot of food, it feels cramped. If you have to wait for a table, you'll have to wait outside because there is no place inside to wait. If you're looking for a quiet, relaxed, sit-down meal, this probably isn't the place for you. It has more of a diner feel. Get you in and get you out. We give the Causeway an 8.0 for food. The complimentary bread was fresh and they give you plenty of butter, 1 piece per person. My wife's cup of fish chowder was a pretty good sized bowl. It was steaming hot and filled with fish. It is more of a thin broth than creamy, but was very good. She did need to add salt and pepper. My cup of clam chowder also came in a good-sized bowl, also steaming hot. It was full of chopped clams and was more creamy than the fish chowder. It also was very good. We shared the fried Peter's platter. There was plenty of food for 2 people. The batter was very light, but could have used a little more seasoning. The clams were large belly clams, a bit chewy. I like the big bellies on my clams, but my wife prefers them smaller. The scallops were good size, but did still have the chewy piece on some. There were a lot of shrimp, and they were cooked well. There were 3 good-sized pieces of haddock. It was cooked well, flaky on the inside. The coleslaw was put on the same plate as the fried food, with the fish on top of it, so it was soggy and warm. A separate bowl would have been better. The French fries were typical French fries. They were at the bottom of the seafood, so they became greasy and soggy as well. It was definitely a large quantity of food, but could have been presented better. For price, we give the Causeway a 7.5. It was $8.50 for each cup of chowder. However, their cup size is a pretty good sized bowl. Both were full of seafood and well worth the price. The seafood plate was $48. Kind of expensive, as this area is known for being a fishing community, but it is also a touristy destination. So prices tend to be more. The portion size was large enough for 2 people to share. For service, we give the Causeway a 7.5. Our server came to the table right away and took our drink order. She promptly brought the drinks out and wanted to take our order right away, but we needed time to look at the menu. She did answer our questions, but we did feel rushed. The chowder came out quickly. We had only taken a few bites and our food was placed on the table. We were seated at a small table, so there wasn't very much room for the chowder and the seafood platter. The timing was just off. We had to ask for refills on our iced tea and water. The Causeway is very busy and small, so they wanted to move people in and out quickly, which they did. We give a 6.8 for cleanliness. This is an older building and could use an update. Obviously, they had been busy before we got there, but the floor could have used a quick sweep between customers. There is one small bathroom that is shared by males and females. It is located on the other side of some tables and pretty close to the kitchen entrance. It was not clean the day we were there and could definitely use some paint. The tables were slow to be cleaned off. Maybe they were short-staffed that day. Our final thoughts on the Causeway restaurant. Our total score comes out to be 7.6 out of 10. This restaurant has a lot of positive reviews on social media. If you ask any of the locals where to eat, they will say the Causeway. If you're looking for a diner-like atmosphere with decent food, this is the place. If you want to relax and take your time, probably not. Also, the parking area is small. The Causeway shares the parking lot with the ice cream store next door, and a lot of the area has signs that say for the ice cream store only. If we are in the area again, we would try one of the other restaurants in the area where we could sit and enjoy the views. Please consider subscribing to our channel, as that does help us out a great deal. Also, we would appreciate if you shared this video on your social media and with friends and family who you think might enjoy. Thanks for watching. We hope you'll join us on the next one.